Here's a snippet. I don't know where it'll fit, but I just finished something. You might remember, we'll call it Shay's escape hatch. Well, it's done. I know it seems like a trimmed out and everything. I know it might seem like a weird thing to spend time on finishing, and I really haven't got an explanation for it, other than to say there was this desire to finish something, you know? It's been so many years and finish something. So it's finished. Completely done. The ladder came from a house that was being torn down. It's kind of a crazy little Hobbit trail house. I know it's mounted off center, but it had to be in order to hit the structural battens properly. Little Hobbit trail house. That is juniper wood, sawn on our own mill, donated to Shay in return for some firewood stacking by the neighbor. And I thought he'd appreciate that. Again, I don't know why I did it, other than to say I marked it off. Just finished listening to Stone Crusher, story of a father trying to protect his son, I guess successfully so, in the Holocaust. Spoiler alert. And so it got me thinking about Shay, and I know that he'd really appreciate this. I don't know, maybe that's why. It was a silly thing to do, but I did it. Let's go look at the top. Pardon the weight sitting on top. That's 4 inches crisscross, because I don't have any big enough pieces. 4 inches of rigid foam, and underneath that is the actual scrap of plywood I cut out of this hole, which is glued to that juniper you saw. And then here's the top board. I don't know where it came from. Maybe his great-grandfather. I think it's a little piece of teak plywood. Fortunately, it's European, so it's not quite a 3/4. I missed that. But that way, if he wants to just sand it and have a, you know, treasure chest hatch, he can. I envision it, either it'll flip up this way. You notice I got a stud lined up perfectly, so that this latch will flip up and it'll clatter together, and then there'll be a handhold on it that you can grab coming up through, or it'll flip up to the side, or it could just lift out. I don't know what. I mean, it's been so long in the makings. Stinker's going to be 13 here soon. I sort of saw this as a silly project for, you know, a then 9-year-old boy to race up and down with his friends in a rope swing and stuff like that. And now I got a young man that argues and fights with me. That little boy, I don't know where he went. But yeah, so I'll just squeeze this in somewhere. That is Shay's escape hatch. Call it a fire escape. I think it was one of my brothers called it the teen pregnancy hatch. I sure hope that doesn't come true. He's been a pretty good kid. I think it'll be all right. What do you think? First person ever come down it?
I like it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.